Ramapo is a town in Rockland County, New York, United States. It was formerly known as New Hempstead. As of the 2010 census, Ramapo had a total population of 126,595. If Ramapo were incorporated as a city, it would be the sixth largest city in the state of New York, after Syracuse. It would be the 209th largest city in the country, between Coral Springs, Florida and Stamford, Connecticut. The city's name, recorded variously as Ramopuck, Ramapock, or Ramapough, is of Lenape origin, meaning either sweet water, or slanting rocks. The town is located south of Haverstraw and west of Clarkstown and Orangetown. History. The present-day town was originally inhabited by the Munsee, a band of the Lenape Nation. Their descendants now live on Stag Hill in Mara, New Jersey, where they form the state-recognized Ramapo Lenape Nation. During the American Revolutionary War, Commander-in-Chief George Washington is said to have climbed the Ramapo Torn with a telescope to watch the July 24, 1777 sailing of the British fleet off Sandy Hook in New Jersey. General Washington and his troops set up an encampment in Suffern, in the west of Ramapo, due to its strategic location near a local mountain pass. In this encampment were two French soldiers, Jean-Baptiste Donatien de Vimeur, Comte de Rochambeau and Gilbert du Motier, Marquis de Lafayette. The encampment was on the path to Yorktown, Virginia, where the final battle of the American Revolution took place. The town of New Hempstead was formed from part of the town of Haverstraw in 1791, 8 years after the end of the Revolution. In 1829 the name was changed to Ramapo. The first railroad line across Rockland County was built in 1841 and ran from Piedmont to Ramapo. By 1851, the line was extended to Lake Erie, and was considered an engineering marvel. Ramapo Iron Works, located near present-day State Route 17 at the base of Terce Mountain, was a producer of cut nails, wood screws, cotton cloth, and spring steel in the first half of the 19th century. Its founder, Jeremiah H. Pearson, was influential in building the Nyack Turnpike and the New York and Erie Railroad across the county. A cotton mill is still standing on the east side of the road. In 1916, what would become State Route 59, which reached from Nyack to Spring Valley in 1915, was extended to Suffern and Hilburn. Ramapo became one of the first cities to use Adequate Public Facilities Acts to tier growth and infrastructure together. Geography. According to the United States Census Bureau, the town has a total area of 61.9 square miles, of which 61.2 square miles is land and 0.7 square miles, or 1.11%, is water. The south town line is the border of New Jersey, and the west town line is the border of Orange County. The break in the Ramapo Mountains at Suffern formed by the Ramapo River causes the town to be the site of the New York State Thruway and I-287, New York State Route 17, and a railroad line. The Palisades Interstate Parkway runs through the northeast corner of the town, with an exit at the Haverstraw town line on the northern border. Torn Mountain, in Harriman State Park, overlooks the Ramapo Pass and remnants of the once thriving Ramapo Iron Works. During the American Revolution, the Torn served as a lookout for British ship movements on the Hudson. Legend tells that General George Washington lost his watch on the mountain, and it may still be heard ticking up there in a crevice of rock. The highest point in Ramapo is Squirrel Swamp Mountain near the northern border of the town, with an elevation of 1,252 feet. Communities, locations, and neighborhoods the hamlet of Antrim, near the south town line, the village of Airmont, the village of Chestnut Ridge, Harriman State Park a state park in the western part of the town. The village of Hilburn, in the southwest part of the town, the hamlet of Hillcrest, the village of Casa, the hamlet of Monsey, the village of New Hempstead, the village of New Square, the village of Montebello, the hamlet of Ramapo, in the southwest part of the town. The hamlet of Ramapo and the town of Ramapo are often confused on many internet-based maps. The hamlet of Sandyfield, the village of Sloatsburg, the village of Spring Valley, Sterlington, near Sloatsburg, the village of Suffern, the hamlet of Suffern Park, near Suffern, the hamlet of Tallman, in the south part of the town, the hamlet of Vila, in the east part of the town, the village of Wesley Hills, in the northeast part of the town. Demographics: as of the census of 2000, there were 108,905 people, 31,561 households, and 24,870 families residing in the town. The population density was 1,778.2 people per square mile. There were 32,422 housing units at an average density of 529.4 per square mile. The racial makeup of the town was 72.54% white, 17.04% African American, 0.32% Native American, 4.60% Asian, 0.07% Pacific Islander, 2.65% from other races, and 2.79% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 8.19% of the population. There were 31,561 households, out of which 42.3% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 64.3% were married couples living together, 10.6% had a female householder with no husband present, and 21.2% were non-families. 17.2% of all households were made up of individuals, and 7.1% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 3.37 and the average family size was 3.82. In the town the population was spread out, with 33.6% under the age of 18, 8.8% from 18 to 24, 26.0% from 25 to 44, 21.4% from 45 to 64 and 10.3% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 32 years. For every 100 females there were 97.4 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 93.1 males. The median income for a household in the town was $60,352, and the median income for a family was $67,004. Males had a median income of $46,286 versus $34,632 for females. The per capita income for the town was $22,868. About 11.5% of families and 16.3% of the population were below the poverty line, including 24.3% of those under age 18 and 8.8% of those age 65 or over. Rankings: in 2006 Money magazine ranked Ramapo as the 49th best place in the United States and the best place in New York State to live. Arts and leisure, business, housing, low crime rates and open spaces. Parkland determined the town's ranking. In the category of park space, percentage of land set aside for gardens and parks, the town finished first. Ramapo received the highest rating and one of the best in the country for its open spaces and parkland. Landmarks and places of interest. The New Hope Church is a historic Reformed Christian church in Monsey, established in 1824. The congregation continues to meet every Sunday in their building dedicated in 1869. In August 1887, the Ryan family purchased the former Grosbeck Mansion, which was built in the 1860s. The estate was called Montebello. It now lies across from Suffern Middle School, which was built in 1942, nearly 80 years after the estate. Recreation: the Joseph T. St. Lawrence Community, Health, and Sports Complex was dedicated and opened on November 19, 2006. The facility features a turf multi-purpose field with stands to accommodate 1,800 spectators, a separate climate-controlled dome, a 60x40 yard, and a turf practice area. It also features 3 multi-purpose indoor courts, a running track, cardio equipment, weight training machines, 2 racquetball courts, a computer room, and a dance aerobic studio. Sports include football, lacrosse, soccer, baseball, and field hockey, as well as year-round sports programs that were not previously available to Ramapo residents. Although the residents of Ramapo have the exclusive right to join the Joseph T. St. Lawrence Community and Health Center, paid memberships are available to others. The Ramapo Amateur Basketball Association offers youth leagues for those 7 to 15 years old and adult leagues. The Joseph T. St. Lawrence Center also hosts adult racquetball leagues. The Rockland Boulders are a professional baseball team based just outside the village of Pomona and a member of the Canadian-American Association of Professional Baseball, also known as the Can-Am League. Christopher St. Lawrence pushed through the financing of the park even after residents voted it down. A state audit found that taxpayers could be liable for up to $60 million for Provident Bank Park in Ramapo. Government: Ramapo is run by a town supervisor, Christopher St. Lawrence. It is represented in the United States House of Representatives by Nita Lowey. In state government it is represented by Senator David Carlucci, and Assemblymembers Ellen Jaffe, Kenneth P. Zebrowski and Annie Rabbit. Education: Rockland Community College, a public two-year community college run by SUNY, is located in the CDP of Vila, about 4 miles east of Severn. The Sunbridge Institute in Chestnut Ridge is a Waldorf-based adult learning center that specializes in training teachers. Public schools. The western part of the town is primarily served by the Ramapo Central School District and the eastern part of the town by the East Ramapo Central School District. The western half Ramapo is served by the Ramapo Central School District. The district operates 5 elementary schools that go from grades K-5, Cherry Lane, Montebello, R.P. Connor, Sloatsburg, and Vila. 1 middle school that goes from grades 6 to 8, Severn Middle School. And 1 high school, Severn High School. Both the middle and high schools' mascots are mountain lions, known colloquially as Mounties. Cherry Lane Elementary was awarded with a National Blue Ribbon School of Excellence Award from the U.S. Department of Education in 2013, and is one of 4 schools within the district to receive the New York State High Performing Reward School Award by the New York State Department of Education in 2014. The other 3 schools include Montebello Elementary, Sloatsburg Elementary, and Severn High School. The eastern half of Ramapo is served by the East Ramapo Central School District. The district operates 4 elementary schools that go from grades 1 to 3, Grandview, Summit Park, Fleetwood, and Margiettes. And 5 elementaries that go from grades 4 to 6, Limekiln, Kakiat, Hempstead, Eldorado, and Elmwood. Totaling 9 elementary schools. It also operates 2 middle schools that go from grades 7 to 8, Pomona and Chestnut Ridge. And 2 high schools, Ramapo and Spring Valley. Spring Valley High's mascot is a tiger, and Ramapo High's is a griffin. In 2005 the Orthodox Jewish population of the district received majority control of the school board. This new board began reducing the budget and lowering taxes. The communities using the public schools opposed these actions. In July 2010 the school board of the East Ramapo Central School District voted to sell Hillcrest Elementary School closed due to budget cuts to the Hasidic Jewish congregation Yeshiva Avia Yaakov of New Square. On June 30, 2011, former president of the East Ramapo Central School District Nathan Rothschild pleaded guilty to a mail fraud scheme which had been an attempt to eliminate his own private debt. The scheme involved selling public land to his creditors, then buying the land back at a higher price. He engaged in these activities as fire commissioner in Mondsey. Questions arose as to whether the attempt to sell Hillcrest Elementary School was engineered for similar pursuits, as the sale of the 12-acre public school campus was engineered during his time in office as the school board president at East Ramapo Central School District. Private schools. Most private schools in Ramapo are Orthodox Jewish and Hasidic Jewish yeshivas, as almost half of the town's population is Jewish. Most yeshivas are located in the eastern part of the town. Some include Yeshiva Zeich Yaakov, Yeshiva Avnei Shlomo, Yeshiva Reuven, Yeshiva Darchu Noam, and Beis Yaakov Chovitz Chaim. The only 2 Roman Catholic private schools in the town are Sacred Heart School and St. Joseph School. Yeshivas outnumber Christian private schools about 30-1. There are 4 non-religious private schools in Ramapo, the Goddard School, the Skill Building Center, the Green Meadow Waldorf School, and the Rockland County Learning Center. Sister cities: In recognition of Ramapough's substantial cultural diversity, former town supervisor Herbert Reisman, along with many volunteers from the various communities in Ramapo, started the twinning program. This program is made up of committees that raise funds and organize trips to Ramapough's twin towns around the world, providing local high school students the opportunity to experience life in other lands. There are currently 7 active twinning committees in Ramapo: African Twinning Committee, Chinese Twinning Committee, Indian Twinning Committee, Irish Twinning Committee, Israeli Twinning Committee, Italian Twinning Committee, Philippine American Twinning Committee. References. Further reading: Zimmerman, Linda, Rockland County Scrapbook. Eagle Press, 2004. External links: Town of Ramapo official website.